through that part where we talked about the building. Now let's talk about something more human related.
Yes.
Our next presenter, our next speaker will be covering a wide array of sustainability in design and architecture. So please let me introduce you to our dear Mom Luang Varut Varavarn, one of the key visionary Thai architects who will discuss impactful design solutions for the underserved communities, demonstrating how architecture relates to social upliftment. So please welcome him to the stage, Mom Luang Varut Varavarn ครับ
Thank you for allowing me to stay in my cozy podium here rather than over there. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Forgot my glasses. I am Varut Varavarn from Vin Varavarn Architects. First of all, I would like to thank you to King Mongkut Institute of Technology Lat Krabang and the School of Architecture and Design for inviting me to be part of this wonderful forum. As an alumni here, maybe not a good student back at that time, I'm honored to be here today and to share our work with all of you today. Our practice, VVA, is an architectural studio based in Bangkok, Thailand, and this is our team. We are a very small architecture studio with around 12 to 15 of architects and designers all together. We inspired by everything around us, our culture, nature, the local knowledge, and local materials. We interest of how can design create added value to our simple resources in our country. Our studio works on a wide range of commissioning architectural projects, such as commercial and hospitality, residential, and other types of projects. From large scale to small scale. So that would give you some ideas about us and what kind of works we are doing. However, those projects are not what I'm going to talk about in my presentation today. Over the last 10 years, aside from those commissioning projects, as shown earlier, with fate or coincidence, or whatever it may call, it brings us the opportunity to participate with various non-profit architectural projects in different areas around Thailand. We have witnessed many underserved communities where design is inaccessible. Those communities do not have the means to hire architects or the understanding of how architecture and design has to do anything with their life. In today's talk, I have chosen to share with you 4 of our completed non-profit projects that we have had the opportunity to collaborate with various charitable organizations and foundations in Thailand. This project have taught us that creativity and design can truly help alleviate problems for people of all levels. Bring you back to the year 2014. It was the first time that our team and I had an opportunity to be involved with a social architecture project. It started on the 5th of May 2014 when a strong earthquake of 6.3 Richter struck Chiang Rai province in the north of Thailand. It had destroyed thousands of houses, temples, government buildings. It's also destroying 73 schools, affecting over 2,000 students in Chiang Rai province. It was one of the biggest earthquakes that ever happened in Thailand. And 4 days after the incident, this is the picture that I have received to my mobile phone from the non-profit network Design for Disaster, asking us to assist with a non-profit program to design recovery schools. And this is a picture of students struggling in their emergency classroom with the rain and flood. So after seeing this picture, we decided that we want to be part of the program and to do something. An earthquake had affected students in all levels. And most of the school buildings are badly damaged and not safe to use anymore. A post-disaster recovery program was launched to design and build 9 new earthquake-resistant school buildings in the most affected schools in the area by 9 Thai architects. The program is called Podi Podi Classroom, and these are pictures of 9 Thai architects team who had been invited to join the program, and we are one of them. The word Podi meaning perfectly adequate, not too much, not too little. The word Podi Podi became our philosophy to design the school to be adequate enough to serve the learning needs, strong enough to provide the safe shelter, and feasible enough to be constructed and maintained by the community. Our assigned school is Ban Hoi San Yao School in Mae Lao district, which is a secondary school. All of the students come from poor hill tribe families, and most of them have a short learning concentration ability. Our site, which was given by the school, is located on the hill higher than the original school ground. The land is a slope all the way from the end toward the front of the site. But the good thing is that the site is surrounded by the beautiful natural environment, which are the natural land, the forest, and the student plantation at the back. During that time, we have found the research of how the nature, environment, and the relaxing atmosphere can help to the long-term development of special students. We therefore decided that since we do not have any budget, we will make the use of the thing that we already have. And that is the beautiful nature of the site. We then proposed to the school that the new classroom would become as an open pavilion in the nature. The student can connect to the nature around them and creating a relaxed atmosphere which can benefit to their learning development. The proposed design is a simple building situated within the parkland. It's a long gable roof pavilion which rests above the ground slope. The building becomes as a pier that reaches from the ground on one side into the air on the other side. This concept creating a semi-outdoor space underneath for different school activities. 3 classrooms with 58 square meters each have been combined into one building to minimize the land use. And the back end connects to the ground to provide easy access and can be used as a terrace where students could gather and socialize. The form of the roof is designed with a pitch higher than normal to shield the interior from monsoon rain without to have the long span eave, just to minimize the damage to the surrounding trees. And at the same time, the roof form creates a suitable structural rigidity to withstand the force of an earthquake. All the structure elements had been designed to be exposed to reduce the unnecessary decoration. And for us, we very much want to see the school become as a learning tool for students and the local people to learn and understand about earthquake-proof building, which they have never seen before. The selected building materials are lightweight to reduce the momentum when the earthquake occurs, and thus reduce human fatality. The natural local materials such as bamboo had been proposed in selected areas to substitute the expensive modern materials. And for us, this project is not just about the school building design, but we see the whole program as a school. The architecture should become as a learning tool that can teach the community to understand and prepare themselves in the future. We therefore having the local community members to take part in the building construction, so they would understand about the type of architecture and they can expand the knowledge to others. With a total construction cost of $46,000, we think that with the simpleness of the architecture, it could provide more opportunity to the community. In the future, with the modification of some architectural elements, we believe that the structure could apply for many other schools in different locations, or even apply to other types of building, such as library, canteen, or etc. We also propose the idea of how can the community use this simple building as a prototype to adapt into their earthquake-resistant house if they need it. And these are pictures shared to us by the school teacher. After seeing this picture, I do believe that there is a possibility that the building has slowly and calmly integrated with students day by day. In 2017, 2 years later, after our first school had been complete, we had been contacted by a foundation named the Build Foundation, who want to use our first school as a prototype to construct 2 more classroom buildings for another school in the upper north part of Thailand. The name of the school is Ban Hong Hae School, which is located in Mae Sai area, upper north of Thailand. The school is also located in the earthquake-prone area and had been destroyed by the same earthquake since 2014, but at that time it has not received any budget to restore it yet. So the foundation planned to construct 2 classroom buildings along the football field. And for us, this is the first time since completing the first school project that we have the opportunity to experiment with using the first structure prototype for adaptation for other schools located in new setting that differs from the original and has different requirements and needs. After 80% completion of the buildings, the foundation had invited a group of volunteers to help to finish the construction as part of the foundation's campaign. And all volunteers will work closely alongside the local and the students. And our team were there too. We're going there to support the construction, and we explain about the architecture to the volunteers. Although we do not have much budget, but again, we still would like to try to add some little extra space for students. For example, this time we designed a deck space under the existing trees, which both sides of the building staircase can also serve as a comfortable seating. This didn't require a significant budget. The stair has been redesigned to suit the new layout of the building. The openable acrylic windows with steel frame have been proposed to protect the rain mist and for security reasons as required by the school. We had reduced the size of the skylight to control the heat coming into the classroom. We also had changed the roof materials which can protect the heat better. As in our design, we propose to grow the plant with a vertical sling as a building facade to protect the strong sunlight penetrate into the building. However, with very limited budget, the student and the teacher, they're asking us to grow plant by themselves. And rather than growing the flower plant as specified by us, they want to grow an eatable plant, such as the long bean and the gourd tree instead, which they can use to cook for their lunch. And for me, that is such a brilliant idea. And thank you for helping me a little bit smarter. So after a year, the student and teacher have successfully grown the flowers and plant, and they send this picture to us. The terrace under the tree become a suitable place for students to play and relax, and can be used for after-school activities. Coming to the year 2018, this time we are heading to the south part of Thailand. It's a second project that we had collaborated with the Build Foundation to design and build a new classroom building for an isolated community school named Blan Khong Bon School, which located on Yao Yai Island in the middle of the Andaman Sea. The majority of the island is Muslim community. The program is to design and construct a new classroom building to replace the old structure that had deteriorated by the storm. The new building will help to support the increasing numbers of the primary students in the area. As briefed by the school, the new building school should accommodate 4 standard classrooms, a teacher office, toilet facilities, library, and small art classroom. But during the site visit, we found out that the student in this school has a very strong potential in arts. They have won so many national awards in Thailand. So with the student outstanding artistic talents, it has inspired our team to the idea of creating this building as the combination of classroom and art spaces. Art can become a new software which can transform the learning and activities in the school. This is a function layout requirements given to us by the school, which is a typical type of Thai school building. We chose to respect and incorporate the layout and arrangement of the rooms that the school requires into our improvement. We propose to rotate the classroom on the second floor in other direction, which can give some double space inside the building for natural light, ventilation, and visual connection between 2 floors. All the functions on the ground floor can be related to each other as a connecting creative spaces. And because of the very limited time and the lack of labor on the island, our team had decided to design the building using a prefabricated concrete structure that can transport from the mainland into the island with support power by our alliance, which are the precast concrete company and the local sea transportation. So all structure were constructed piece by piece like the Lego. It's quite fast and precise. And again, the foundation had invited a group of volunteers come to participate with the construction. And for our team as well, it became like our annual trip to join this volunteering campaign every year. The construction completed within 2 months as the school holiday period. On the second floor, the building will consist of 4 new standard classrooms and a teacher's room as requested by the school. And on the ground floor, the building will provide a new art space for students. The bigger art classroom, the workshop, the exhibition space are combined into one big art space. The space on different levels are connected. The void also helps to create a good ventilation and bring natural light into the art space below. At the other end of the building is the location of the new library. The library and all the learning space are designed to be open for natural ventilation with the easy seatings. It can be also closed during the rain and storm season. And we use lightweight furniture and the book cabinet on wheels so that they can be easily relocated and transformed into other function space when needed. In the center part of the building is the location of the main stair hall, which is the area of different ground level. The problem of the different ground level has been designed into a small multi-function step seating so that the student can use for relaxing. Or for other activities such as presentation stage or watching digital art from the projector. And the stair can also be used as an extra viewing spot. And as we want to see this place become more than just a school building, so with the support from our alliance, such as the local hotels and the local tourism agency, the school become as a new destination for cultural tourism for the community. The tourists can come and buy the student painting or have an art workshop with the local student. The student will have an opportunity to practice their English and make new friends from abroad, giving them more confidence. And for us, this is a good learning process that use arts as a medium. Coming to our last project. At the beginning of the year 2019, we had been contacted to participate with another non-profit project in one of the most unique community in Bangkok. It's Klong Tei community, or we call it Klong Tei slum. The Charan Pokapan Foundation contacted us to help to redesign the house for homeless, which is the original design was done by the army. Today, there are around 19,000 people living in this community, and the community has divided into 32 sub-communities. Our project is based on the area of Klong Tei Block 4, 5, and 6. And this program is a collaboration project between the private sector, Charan Pokapan Foundation, and the Royal Thai Army, in accordance with King Rama X's royal policy to create the better living condition for people who are disadvantaged in central province of Thailand. And the program is not to fully develop the land by forcing people to leave their house. On the other hand, people can decide whether they want to participate in this program or not. These are a sample image of the living condition of homeless in Klong Tei area. And these are houses prototype which were designed and built by the Army team in the first phase. We conduct a study to understand why the Army house design has an issue with the local. We found that the gable roof design and being the typical and the only design leads to the loss of the land space around the house, especially when applied to different size plot of land. And this issue is very critical because for Klong Tei community, the land is their life, and they are not willing to lose even a tiny bit of the land they have. We also discovered that the land in the community varies significantly in size and shape, which is quite unusual and diverse. The one type of house prototype will never fully utilize without this chafe of lands. We have decided that we need to propose a totally new design to solve this problem. The new design solution is to propose a very simple form of house, the concept of form which can adapt to the variation of land shapes and size. The land can be fully utilized according to the community's requirements. It is also easy to construct and modify by the Army team, who are not the professional contractor. Each house plan had been designed with more separate rooms as much as possible. This is to protect the case of sexual harassment within the family, so that the kids and women can have their own bedroom at night. Klong Toi community is one of the most difficult construction sites we have ever seen and involved, with a toxic trash swamp and very limited space. The site is located deep inside Klong Toi community with very narrow walkway. The construction machinery cannot access to the site at all, so that all construction materials need to be lightweight in order to be carried and constructed by the hand of the Army team. And this is a video that our team had record of how the Army carry 4 pieces of steel into our site. And this is the nearest size in the program. I think you understand the quality of our construction. And with our new design, we think that colors would be the good, fresh, and bright addition to the dusky environment of Klong Toi. The very bright color elements that we have found hidden inside Klong Toi for us is a real Klong Toi style. Also, in order to create a sense of ownership to the house, we decided that we want the house owner to participate in selecting their own house entrance color. And for us, the outcome is quite impressive, more than we had expected. The multicolor of house entrance chosen by the owners had successfully created a fresh ambience to the area. The interior of the house is very simple with bright color. All windows will be installed with the mosquito net. The high ceiling house design with no ceiling to give more airy space and can be used for extra storage space in the future. And some houses which are very small, but there are so many residents living in, so we need to make the mezzanine floor to provide an extra space for them. And this is the outsider. So 3 years from 2019 until 2022, we had designed and construct new 47 custom-made houses from the total of 87 houses in the program for homeless people in Klong Toe community. Over the past 10 years, we have learned that projects like this cannot be successfully completed without a good teamwork. A good team and collaboration from all parties are essential to help solve problems from every dimension. We were lucky to have the opportunity to work with many great teams for different communities across various rural areas throughout the country, and allowing us to learn a great deal. We have witnessed diverse lifestyle from communities living in the water deep inside the heart of national forests, without clean water or electricity. To different hill tribe communities residing in remote, difficult to reach mountainous areas. With very limited access to education. They don't even know who is architect and what is architecture. This highlighting the critical gap within our society, also a big gap of our profession as an architect with people of all levels. Our project that we had done may seem very little compared to the overall problems. But at least I do believe that all of us as an architect, with our knowledge, our skill, our creativity, our passion and intention, we are a crucial part in helping them understand the meaningful meaning of architecture. Thank you.